Hello once again and welcome back to the channel. How Dominance, Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. Coming up in this episode, Bibby leaves Wigan for Huddersfield, Brian McDermott leaves Featherstone Rovers, and a ticket and rules update from the Rugby League World Cup boss, John Dutton. We start today with that news that Brian McDermott has left Featherstone Rovers as he failed to get the club promoted from the Championship to Super League. The former Bradford Bulls forward is one of the most successful coaches in Super League, if not the most successful, after guiding Leeds Rhinos to 4 grand final victories. His Featherstone club were beaten at home at the weekend in the playoff semi-final by Little Spending Batley, and that had prompted his resignation. McDermott admitted after the game that he had failed to achieve his target of promotion and has fallen on his sword by leaving the club with immediate effect. McDermott said, "I came to the club with a clear objective to achieve promotion to the Super League, an objective which unfortunately has not been achieved. I feel my departure will give the club the opportunity to take the new direction, and hopefully they will be able to build upon the progress made this year. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time coaching this group of players this season. They have always given me great support and I will watch with interest the progress I'm sure they'll make in 2023. I have respected greatly the club in my time here. It is a club steeped in tradition and has excellent facilities. With a strong supporter base, I look forward to seeing that continue in the near future." A one-club man during his rugby league career as a player, as he played 251 games for Northern Bradford Bulls and also scored 33 tries during that time. He played for Great Britain 4 times and England once, but it was as a coach where he made the most headlines. He was a coach for Harlequins for 4 years in Rugby League when they reverted from the London Broncos moniker, which they reverted back, but he was there for 4 years, playing 115 games as a coach, winning 42 but losing 70, a 37% win percentage. His most successful spell as a coach came at Leeds Rhinos, where he spent 7 years between 2011 and 2014, as he won 4 Super League Grand Finals, as we know. But a little known fact, that the football club down the road had another Brian McDermott in charge during the 2013 and 14 season. So for 2 years, both Leeds' major sides were being managed by Brian McDermott. He was controversially sacked at Leeds Rhinos before making the move to Toronto Wolfpack, where, before they got promoted to Super League, they had won 28 games from their 29 underneath McDermott between 2019 and 2020. That brings us up to date with Featherstone, as he had 33 games in charge of the club, drew 1 game and lost 6 during his tenure, winning 26 obviously with the maths. Anyway, but it wasn't enough for him to stay with the club, which he decided wasn't a strong enough record for Featherstone and their push towards Super League. Rovers chairman Mark Campbell paid tribute to McDermott, saying that Brian has worked tremendously hard this year to achieve our goals of promotion, and we respect the decision he made yesterday after that defeat. I would like to place on record my thanks for his efforts and wish him all the best moving forward. And now we come to the news that Bibby has signed for Huddersfield Giants, and the former Salford Red Devils and Wigan Warriors three-quarter has signed a 3-year deal with the club. The 26-year-old, who has made over 150 Super League appearances since his debut for Salford Red Devils in 2015, has scored 86 tries to go along with that. He has appeared in 2 Betfred Super League Grand Finals, a Betfred Challenge Cup final during his career, scoring in the 2020 Super League Betfred Grand Final. Huddersfield Giants coach Ian Watson said about the move, "We're delighted to add Jake to our squad for 2023. Jake has proven that he is a top-level performer that has competed at the top level in Grand Finals and Challenge Cup finals throughout his career, and can offer us experience of those situations. He's a great bloke and very consistent, versatile player who has worked hard and will be a huge asset on both sides of the ball and will offer us a great deal of competition in our outside backs." A player that Ian Watson knows, as they were together at Salford during the 2015 to 2019 seasons, where he played 80 games for the club, scoring 36 tries, and then he moved on to Wigan ahead of the 2020 season. And it was his first year with silverware, winning the League Leaders Shield in his first season with the club. And in his 67 games, he scored 24 tries for Wigan Warriors, and also got his hand on his second piece of silverware with the Challenge Cup winning performance in the 2022 final at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, ironically against his new club, Huddersfield Giants. Speaking on the move, Jake Bibby said, "I had a really good talks with Ian Watson. I know what he's all about and what his vision is. Even this season, you can see what the club's striving for, and I want to come here and add quality to the side. I know they are on the verge of winning something. I want to come here, add quality and experience, and add to a good team. The experience that the club has is excellent. Having the people like Leroy Cudjoe and Jermaine McGilvray in the squad can only help me. I feel like I'm quite experienced myself, but there's still stuff for me to learn, especially from them, and it's just really exciting. I can't wait to get started." With the move all done and dusted after months of speculation, head coach Matty Peet said of his departing player, "Jake should be proud of his 3 years at Wigan. He has delivered everything as expected and contributed to some outstanding moments. He's a quality professional and we wish him and his family all the best for the future." So we end the episode today with news from the Rugby League World Cup with regards to ticket sales and rules that are going to be used during the tournament. Tournament Chief Executive John Dutton has told media briefing in Manchester that around 35,000 tickets have been sold for the game in Newcastle St James's Park, and a total sales have reached 350,000. Edging closer to that 382,080 aggregate total for the last World Cup in Australia during the 2017 season. With almost 2 weeks to go, the organisers are still hoping to near sell out the opener, and Dutton says under 5,000 tickets remaining for the England vs France group game in Bolton. Although organisers have no doubts they can improve on the aggregate total of 458,483 visitors for the last home World Cup in 2013, their target of 750,000 now seems overly ambitious. Dutton admitted the cost of living crisis in the post-pandemic Britain is having an effect on ticket sales, but remains confident that he can deliver a successful tournament. "We remain incessantly positive, determined and relentless in our bid to deliver the best World Cup in history," he said. In outlining the rules and procedures that will be enforced during the 16th World Cup, Tournament Director Dean Hardman told the briefing that there was no plans for neutral referees, partly due to practical reasons. "That's not a core philosophy," he said. "It will be the best available official for each game." Of the 28 match officials involved, 15 have been appointed by the Rugby Football League, 9 will come from Australia, and 2 each from New Zealand and France. They will include 3 female officials, and all from the Southern Hemisphere. The matches will be played under international laws, so there will be no 2-point field drop goals that are seen in the NRL, but the Northern Hemisphere teams will have to adapt to the Captain's Challenge that is used commonly in Australia. Hardman says the teams will be allowed 1 unsuccessful challenge per game, and both players and officials will be briefed on the procedure before the tournament. There is also a change to the head injury assessment rules. Those that are used in Super League will be applied, but if the team loses 3 or more players to the concussion during the game, they will be permitted to use an 18th player, who must be named in advance. Harmon also suggested that the judiciary may adopt a slightly more lenient approach to players who face charges from the match review panel, which will comprise of representatives from both Super League and the NRL. There are 30 games in the Super League season and 3 games potentially in the World Cup, and proportionally as principle has to apply, he said. But players who injure other players will have to be dealt with by the judiciary. There is no getting around that. We are now 17 days from the Rugby League World Cup kicking off in Newcastle, and it'll be an interesting one with England versus Samoa being the opening game of the tournament. There are so many stars that are involved, and we'll look in the future to see who's going to be involved. Once the England squad gets named, that is. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that notification bell for any updates or new videos that may be coming your way. Tell me what your thoughts are on the episode in the comment section below. It's open for business. You guys, just as long as you stay respectful. Now, McDermott leaving Featherstone. Featherstone fans, what's your thoughts on that? Is it too soon? Was it just a project to begin? Or do you have an idea for who the next coach will be? But for Brian McDermott, do you feel it's time that he moved on as well? Jake Bibby to Huddersfield. We've seen this one coming a mile off and we knew it was coming. So to get it over the line, Huddersfield fans, what do you think? And the Rugby World Cup, 17 days to go. Are you ready? I know I am. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. I'll now wish you all the best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.